Stay back. It's too dangerous. Hey. Back up, kid. I said no. You have to stay back.
Some things can't be helped. Back to your quarters. What's going on?
Shabani. Mayaka 9 Kingo ya. Shabani.
It's down there. Hey, the tank at the bottom is filled with chlorine disinfectant. One whiff and you'll suffocate. Don't even. How could you let it fall down there anyway? Go down there, and it is over. Boss! Hey! Listen to me! There is no way to recover the body. What kind of stunt was that? Trying to panic us? Look. Here.
Oh, good. She got better really, really fast.
Yeah, she does actually go to sick bay, but she isn't that injured. And yeah, if you have even a slightly good medical team at this point, she's immediately healed. Though if you don't, it is possible that you can't use her for like a mission maybe, because she'll still be injured. But yeah, she's fine. She's got parasites that. I mean, she heals fast, I guess.
She's got super jumping parasites.
Yeah.
She's got no excretion parasites. Did Kotaker get those too? He seems to be a connoisseur.
Yeah.
Boss, welcome home.
I mean, he must.
Oh, did we get another one?
Oh, yep. From that guy we got last episode at the end.
Oh, yeah.
What is it, Snake?
it's you telling Zadornov all of our secrets.
Gallo Pinto! Amanda and I taught Cecile how to make it. She picked it up so fast. I was really surprised. I guess Parisians have cooking in the blood. Are Cecile and Amanda doing okay? I wonder why they haven't visited. I'm sorry, Snake. My head hurts. Could you let me rest?
Yeah, I guess Amanda and Cecile are the ones that basically got out unscathed.
They both went back to their careers.
I mean, Amanda's brother died.
Yeah.
But like themselves, at least, they're still fully intact. They're not bent on revenge for the rest of their lives, I guess. I guess Strangelove could be fine too, but we don't really know what's. The game just hasn't really mentioned her much.
She's tied to Huey for the rest of her natural life.
Yeah.
So.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad.
Is that the next thing? Like if you say the Metal Gear Solid series doesn't treat its women well, you're just like, well, look at everybody from Peace Walker and how they wound up.
Except
the ladies
for Paz.
made out fine because they were forgotten between games. They just don't care.
Yeah.
Which is beneficial neglect in relative terms.
Yeah, pretty much. Sorry about all those burns, Quiet.
It's okay. Her skin isn't real skin. It's all parasites.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Anyways, let's actually go get that AI pod.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Get AI pod with dog.
I want to see my soldier mommy again. And I'm going to show her my new dog.
There's so many tapes.
So many tapes. Yeah, what happened?
You mentioned that the man on fire was crushed under Sahelanthropus in its hangar.
Yeah. He was caught under the wheels of its transport platform.
But his body wasn't found.
What?
We searched the area the moment we arrived, but there was no trace of him.
I wasn't hallucinating.
I know. I trust you on that. That means someone must have taken the body. But when I got there, everything was still as it was. Even Skullface hadn't been touched. I can't see a reason to sneak into a place like that and drag out the biggest, heaviest guy there.
What are you getting at?
The only option left is... he got up and walked away.
That platform ran him over.
Just ran him over.
You're saying that's not enough?
I don't want to believe it, but maybe not. He shrugs off bullets, even rocket strikes. There's no reason to think that would finish him. It seems ridiculous, but I'll start gathering eyewitness accounts just in case.
If you dig up anything concrete, I want to know.
You'll be the first, if I dig anything up. But I hope to hell I don't.
No kidding.
Those dudes got thoroughly squished, I gotta say. Alright, well, on top of that stuff with the man on fire, when we talked to Paz just now, she also gave us another cassette tape.
So, as if putting me on stage to sing was not enough, Miller even expected me to write the lyrics. He even said he had thought of the title already. Love Deterrence. As if he had done the hard part. Deterrence, love, deterrence? Deterrence is when nuclear weapons prevent war, right? I do not see how love fits in. But it was too late to complain, so I just sat and listened to the tape of Miller's backing guitar and the professor's melody over and over again. I guess the melody is more Professor Galvez's creation than Miller's, but on the whole, I think it is actually a good song. First, it goes for your heart with a sorrowful opening, but then you feel revitalized as the song goes on. Miller grew up in post-war Japan. Maybe that is why the song has that kind of balance. Long ago, I heard some Japanese music called enka, I think. It sounded this way. But I wonder why it has to sound sad in the first place. Miller called it love deterrence. Doesn't that mean he had a love song in mind? All I see of Miller and women is the way he fools around with a lot of them at once. But maybe he has had his heart broken too. And what about me? I found myself thinking about Chico, and Snake as well. I know Chico has a crush on me. So naturally he should come to mind. But why Snake? He saved me, and I feel indebted to him. But I thought that was all he meant to me. Why does my heart flutter when I think of him? It is embarrassing to be unable to control this emotion. There has to be a way to suppress it, to forget it. But maybe that is what love deterrence is? With that thought in mind, I went to my desk and began to write and write. Just 3 days left until Peace Day.
Ugh. We picked up almost all the 80s song cassette tapes, but I did miss one over here. Level tear us apart.
Original title, Love Deterrence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if Cecile ever, like, came across news articles or anything regarding, like, the mother base attacks and stuff and went like, whew! Dodged a bullet!
She took the paper to the Parisian cafe. It's like, I know those guys. Why don't you believe me? I know those guys. I used to hang out there. We talked about birds.
They seemed pretty alright at the time, but thinking about it, I don't know.
There were some warning signs. There were some red flags.
Yeah. I mean, when I was there, I basically slept like 300 feet away from a nuke at all times, so...
Oh, wait, is my hair falling out? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Look, they spent all the money they should have spent on, like, shielding, on the sauna. They weren't great with money.
The sauna was heavily shielded, though. It was fully lead-lined.
Yeah. It was the safest place to be, actually.
The sauna was the first stop on the inspection tour from Ground Zeroes.
It also turned out that the sauna was, like, load-bearing, because they put one C4 there and the whole strut just fell apart.
Look, hey, you're from the UN, you gotta do your job, I know, but we couldn't possibly be bad guys. Look at this sauna.
Leave the rest to us.
Who just announced they were defecting to the Soviet Union?
The AI pod.
Oh, the AI pod, that's right.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Because that would be a pretty wild thing for any of these soldiers to say.
Yeah.
For one, they're all already in the Soviet military, but... At least Huey will be happy to have his family pictures back.
I mean, I guess. He wasn't asking for them.
He'll pretend to be happy to have his family pictures back.
Oh, good! My son!
My melon-headed son.
What's his name? I love him.
I named him after an evil robot.
And funny enough, this does not set off an alert.
AI
Soldiers don't give a shit.
pod launch confirmed. We'll pick it up. I wonder what kind of secrets are buried in it. I'll let you know if we learn something. Got a report from the intel team. Remember how the man on fire was crushed by Sahelanthropus? Well, the Soviets recovered his body. Could he really be dead? Boss, head for Yaha Ohu's supply outpost and secure the man on fire's body. If Skullface was right, and a thirst for revenge can turn a man into a demon and keep the dead alive, and this man on fire who's been coming after us ever since you woke up, well, that just might be what's left of our old friend Volgin.
Then why isn't he shooting electricity, huh? Ever consider that?
Yeah, I never deliberately pointed it out, but like if you look at the man on fire, like he's just straight up wearing the outfit Volgin was wearing in the boss fight with him at the end of MGS3, just with a cool mask. And like when I went into playing this game, like I already knew this twist because like you see the man on fire in like the trailers and stuff, and they didn't conceal his outfit at all. It's just like, oh, that looks like Volgin. I think that's Volgin, everybody.
So how long are we not going to say the name of the psychic kid?
The psychic child.
The psychic child.
The psychic child. I've been censoring it when it comes up, but like in the missions where the psychic child is in it, they actually list his name and like they give you like his actual real name. But like no one ever says it's like when I would see it in the credits, it's like, who the fuck is that? Also, an annoying thing with the fast travel is a lot of the, especially with this place, several of the delivery points are like really close to where soldiers are always stationed, so you just have to like, you fast travel and then you like gotta wait unless you want to get caught, which is annoying. I'm just trying to think, could Volgin's electricity powers also be the results of parasites?
I'm assuming they are, because for all of Skullface's words about the thirst for revenge keeping people alive, in his case, it was the parasites.
Yeah, that's true.
It's actually the parasites.
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
God, what if it's not, though? Like, how cool would that be? Like, this game's plot is like, oh, all those weird magic people, actually, they have a pseudoscientific biological explanation.
Yeah.
Oh, but this new guy, actual straight-up magic. just an undead fire wizard.
He's a fucking ghost! I mean, I appreciate at least that, like, yeah, Metal Gear, especially with 4 in this game, kind of goes out of its way to go like, oh, all these weird powers were because of this science reason. There still are a couple literal ghosts in Metal Gear, and you can't, like, technically they could say it's blah blah blah, but like, the Sorrow is a fucking ghost. Hello.
He got the drop on ya.
Anyways, we've been to this base like 3 times already. I'll just clear it out off screen.
You got a new emblem part. Again?
Whoa.
That'd be a weird thing to put on your emblem.
Yeah.
Tactical again? Again, boy?
I kind of wish when you Fulton dudes and their hats or helmets fell off sometimes, that if it hit you, it would bop off of you. Or like stun you a little.
I barely recognize you, Colonel. Skullface used your thirst for revenge against Big Boss, did he?
Boss, I've updated the mission list. We've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid.
So yeah, his body gets stored on the quarantine platform. Also we get...
Just look at all those cassette tapes we just got. Jesus.
Yeah. Also, we got lots of squishy sounded people over here. When you Fulton the skulls, they get sent here.
Oh.
And they just...
When you said you got their parasites, I thought they just, like, died.
No, you Fulton them and, like, they just fucking... They just sit here. I'm guessing...
That's gross and bad, and I don't like it.
I'm guessing because, like, they're not getting direct orders, they just don't do anything, but still, it feels weird to just let them stay here. Anyways.
Volgan, the GRU colonel, was burned alive with a Shagohod during Operation Snake Eater 20 years ago. Despite suffering severe burns to his entire body, he still clung to life. After you left Seleniarsk, Volgan's body was taken to a research institute in the outskirts of Moscow, but modern medicine couldn't explain why he was still alive. Not that the colonel was any ordinary man to begin with. That constant electric current he had running through his body that he could unleash at will, to be honest, I was always uncomfortable around him. Thought I might get electrocuted just by standing nearby. The institute studying him was tasked with investigating and developing human paranormal abilities. The comatose Volgan was used to further the Soviet Union's research into such abilities. But not long ago, the facility burned to the ground, and Volgan's body was never found among the rubble, even though the fire started in the room where they were keeping him. This occurred at around the same time you woke up. If Skullface was right, and a thirst for revenge can turn a man into a demon and keep the dead alive, then this man on fire who's been coming after us ever since you woke up, well, that just might be what's left of our old friend Volgan. It's not over yet. Back in '64, in Seleniarsk, you brought his plans for a utopia down in flames. That grudge is what's keeping him alive. The day the research facility holding Volgan burned down, a Soviet jumbo passenger jet happened to crash nearby, far away to the north of that hospital in Cyprus. On board the plane was a young boy who was being studied at the same facility. The plane fell to earth from over 8,000 feet, but the boy's body was the only one not recovered. At almost exactly the same time as the crash, Volgan awoke in that facility. According to the Research Institute's documents, the gifts this boy demonstrated included psychokinesis and telepathy. To protect his mind from being inundated with other people's thoughts, he always wore a kind of gas mask. A rudimentary form of psychic insulation, apparently. We don't know where this boy is, but if Skullface is connected to him, we may cross paths with him yet. This boy is part of a new age where nothing we understand about the world makes sense anymore. Don't let your guard down.
So yeah, there you go. That's what all that plane crash stuff at the very beginning of the first cutscene and the radio news broadcasts are all about. And yeah, I mean, fucking obviously, ever since the first time we see him, the kid is Psycho Mantis, like...
He must have hated working with Skullface.
Yeah.
Because, like, Psycho Mantis' whole monologue in Metal Gear Solid is about how the world's horniness drove him insane.
Yeah. Couldn't keep people's thoughts out. He was disgusted.
Being next to Skullface's brain all day long. Jesus Christ, poor kid.
That lust for revenge.
Maybe that's why he got his flair for the theatrical.
Maybe.
Skullface implanted on him as an impressionable child.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I hear you like games. I like Kiss Me Kate.